People think that making money online is hard, but it's not. You just gotta wake up every single day and grind. You have to have the right mindset and you will get there. In no time, you will be making millions and millions of dollars. I promise you. Okay, I'm actually just kidding. But I do want to show you some realistic ways to make money utilizing GoHighLevel. And my goal of these videos is to focus on one simple business model that you can start with to get your first client. And I think this is important because I think the challenge that most people have with GoHighLevel is there is so much that it can do and so many different business models that you can build off of it. And so my suggestion to everyone that's getting started is I would focus on get really good at that one thing, get a few clients under your belt, and then you can expand from there. And no, I haven't made millions and millions of dollars online. I'm not like a typical guru that just says it's super easy. It does take a lot of work, but just so you know that I have made some money utilizing GoHighLevel. Here's some shots right here. But today we're gonna be talking about one of my favorite business models, which is reputation management. And this is such a simple feature in GoHighLevel, but it's really slept on. So let me explain. Business owners care a lot about their star rating. And it's super important that they have a good star rating on Google, on Yelp, and even sometimes Facebook, depending on how people find their business. Now, while most business owners know it's important to have a star rating, there's some nuances that you can bring to them that make you seem really smart that most business owners actually don't really know about. And maybe you're gonna learn these too, so let me just go ahead and share some of these. Number one, so many business owners focus on reviews only on Google, but it is so important to focus on Yelp. Now, Yelp is a really bad word for a lot of business owners. They do not like Yelp, but I will tell you why it's important. If you think about the population that has iPhones, especially in the United States, there are so many people that search for businesses on Apple Maps. You can actually go ahead and try this right now. If you search for a business or food near me, a barbershop near me, it's going to pull up the Yelp reviews on Apple Maps. And this is something a lot of business owners don't know. So when I would go to them with a proposal of, hey, this is how we could increase your star rating on Yelp and explain that to them, it was really compelling for a lot of business owners. Number two, business owners think that if they have a good star rating, that's all that matters, but it's not. When you're looking at Google, Google looks at three things primarily. Number one is overall star rating, but then number two is the number of reviews that you get, and number three is how frequently are you getting reviews. If you're doing well in those three categories, you are going to organically rank higher than your competitors. And then finally, many business owners don't understand the importance of responding to reviews. A response from a business owner on a Google review can actually also help boost the organic rating. So why do I tell you this? The reason why is because now you can take those things and go use what I'm about to show you and GoHighLevel to educate business owners and to land your first few clients. So let's go ahead and jump into GoHighLevel and I'll show you exactly how to build this out if you're just getting started.
All right, so let's jump into the GoHighLevel platform so you can see what this actually looks like. I'm gonna blur some of this data just because this is a newer customer that signed up, so we don't wanna leak any personal information here, but let's go ahead and show you what you gotta do. So first things first, when you jump into here, you're gonna go into settings and you are going to make sure that all the pages are connected. All right, so when you go into settings, you're gonna scroll down here on the left side and you're gonna go into integrations. And it's pretty easy to do. What you're gonna do is you're just basically gonna log into all your accounts. So you're going to connect Google My Business, your Google AdWords if necessary, your Facebook, your Instagram pages. Just get everything set up and connected right off the bat. And the business owner can do this by themselves. What I like to do is I create a custom landing page. I'll just show you what this looks like here. And I call it my getting started page. It's my launch pad. And essentially what I do is I have walkthrough videos so they can go through and do this on their own. Obviously they can book a call with me still if needed, but this will streamline the process. And then once everything's connected, they can come down to the left side and go to the reputation tab, and they should start seeing data of actual real reviews that are coming in from their business from different pages like Google and Facebook. And what's really nice about this is it's just a really easy place to see all my reviews consolidated in one spot right here. And the functionality of this is pretty easy, right? You can see here the business owner can come up here to the top right and hit send review request. And once they're in here, they can go ahead and put in a contact name and then just choose if they want to send it via email, SMS, or even WhatsApp as an option. And then up here, we have additional tabs that you can explore that show all the requests that you've sent out, your reviews, you can build widgets, you can see all your listings in one place, and then you have your settings. But I'm going to go ahead and jump into the settings here because this is where you actually build out some of the templates to send review requests. And I'm going to start right here in review links. And essentially what you can do is you can come down here and select the page that you want to get reviews for. And you can review balance, which basically means that it will automatically send different reviews out for different social pages, just so you have a well-rounded balance of getting reviews on Google, on Facebook, or your custom link here. And your custom link here is where you could put that Yelp link that I was talking about. So you see here, it's not an option, but if you explain to the business owner what I was talking about with Apple Maps being tied to Yelp, this could be really compelling to them. So once you have all your pages connected in the integration settings that I showed you just a second ago, you should be able to come here and just do this drop down, select the page that you want it to go to, and then hit save. Now next, coming down to the SMS review request, if you just toggle this on right here, you can actually go ahead and put in a custom text message that will send out by default every single time. So then it's just a few clicks of the button from the business owner, or you can even build automations on the back end, which I'll show you how to do that in a second. Again, pretty self-explanatory. You can upload an image. You can just say, hello, please leave a review. Obviously, you'd make it sound better than that. And then it would say, hey, when do you want this SMS to go out? And you can say, hey, I want it to go out immediately after check-in, 1 hour, 2 hours, whatever it might be. And then how many times do you want to repeat it? Now, this is important because people are busy, right? So they're not going to always do something on the first time. So usually what I'll do is I will set a reminder if someone doesn't leave a review to go out again, maybe a day or two after their visit. Now, once I have all those settings saved, I can go ahead and hit save down here, and then my SMS is done. Now I'm going to go to email review requests. And it's the same principle here. I'm going to toggle this on, and it's going to show me different templates that I can go ahead and build to send out my review requests. And you can actually just build your email template right here by hitting create new if you don't already have one set up. And I'll just show you what this looks like real quick. And it's very similar to the website builder, drag, drop. You can switch some things around, customize it, link them to the review page that you want them to go to, and you're good to go. And then now it's nice because you have this really nice professional looking review request that goes out via email every single time someone comes in. And same principle for WhatsApp as well. You can go ahead and connect it and set up your template that you want to send out. And now this is really cool. You've probably seen this before by walking into any type of shop before. They might have a little QR code on their window or at their front desk that you can go ahead and scan to link them to their Google pages. Well, what's cool with GoHighLevel is you can actually do that right inside the platform itself. And so that's actually a bonus that I will tell to people sometimes of like, hey, do you have this set up already in your window or at your front desk? Sometimes they'll say no. Sometimes some people will have something similar to this. And I'm like, great, I'll just shoot this over to you real quick and you can use it. And then all you do is you just hit create QR code here. And then what happens is you'll see you have this custom QR code. Again, sorry, I'm blurring this just because it has a real business name right here. And they can go ahead and scan this and it will take them directly to the Google or Facebook page for them to then leave a review. Now, will a business owner want to manually send out a review request every single time someone comes in? Absolutely not. So that's why we're going to be talking about how to automate this process, because that's what the business owners are going to be mostly interested in, right? They want to have a system in place where they can set it and forget it and be done. But before I do that, I just want to talk about one quick side note real fast that can really help you get a good boost to the business owner's reviews right away. And this is a small tip that I always like to share because this is a really good way to show them immediate ROI on the business. And that is using their current customer base to send out review requests. And what I mean by this is you can utilize GoHighLevel to create a text messaging campaign, an email campaign, asking for people to give feedback. Now, this is really important to know because it's against Google's policy to go and say, hey, leave me a 5-star review. You can't do that. But if you word it in such a way where you say, hey, we would really appreciate your feedback, and you're sending these to people that you know are good customers, loyal customers, a lot of the times they're willing to leave a review right away just because they've never had an easy way to access the reviews. People are lazy, right? They just want to click something real fast, be able to type it right there and be done. And so it's a great way to boost the reputation immediately. And then you can see, hey, look how you're already ranking higher on Google, Yelp, Facebook, whatever it might be. Okay, so now that we've covered that, let's talk about some different ways that you could automate the review requests. And it really just depends how the business owner wants to build it out. I'll show you the 2 most common ways that I've set this up in the past, and hopefully it helps you get started. So the first way to do this is by building out a calendar. And what I mean by this is if a business owner builds out a calendar that they run all their appointments through, then on the back end, when you're building out automations, you are able to basically say, hey, once this appointment's over, automatically send out a review request, right? But GoHighLevel is not going to know that appointment's over unless it's connected to a calendar. And calendars are pretty easy to create. There's different types of calendars that you can build. Go ahead and take a look at my overview video of GoHighLevel. I have about an hour masterclass, and I dive a little bit deeper into this. I'm also planning to make a separate video on calendars, but essentially it's self-explanatory. You can go in here, create a new calendar, walk through that process with the business owner to show them how to schedule appointments through it if they don't have something like that already set up. But if they do already have something set up, so what I would go ahead and do is I would come to the opportunities tab and I would go ahead and create a pipeline. Creating pipelines are really easy. If you don't know what it is, essentially it's different stages in the customer journey and you can drag and drop them accordingly. So then the business owner has a really nice overview of where everyone's at, right? How many leads do we have? How many appointments do we currently have booked? How many no-shows do we have? And then it helps them make decisions on what next steps they can take with those. Now, if you want to build a pipeline out, you can just go here at the top, hit pipelines, create a new pipeline, and then you can put whatever stage that you want in here. Now, again, I have a couple of dummy contacts here just so you can see what this looks like. And I'm going to go ahead and show you what this looks like. So I put a last step here, which is send review. So let's just pretend they come in, they have an appointment booked, they go through the appointment. And now as the business owner, I just want to go ahead and drag and drop them in this stage, or maybe they assign someone to do this themselves. And that's all they have to do. And I'm going to do that by just going to automations here. And then I'm going to hit create new workflow up here in the top right. I'll start from scratch. And I'm going to keep this automation really simple. I have a whole nother video that goes through automations, but what I'm going to go ahead and do so you can get an idea here is I'm going to add a new trigger. I'm going to do pipeline stage changed. I'm going to hit add filters. I'm going to select it here. I'm going to select in pipeline. I'm going to select this test pipeline right here. I'm going to go ahead and add filter, and I'm going to go ahead and do pipeline stage. And then I'm going to come down here and I'm going to select, sorry, I just switched the pipelines out because I realized I didn't have the review request in this one. So I'm going to go ahead and select test pipeline and then pipeline stage. And I'm just going to do send a review. So now what's going to happen is when someone moves to that stage in the pipeline, an automation is going to trigger. So I'm going to go ahead and hit the plus symbol once again. And then for this one, I'm going to go ahead and do send review request. I'm going to select type. I'll do SMS. And I'll hit save action. Now, what's really cool about this is because you built out your templates under the reviews tab, whatever template that you have in there for your SMS review, that's what's going to send out to that customer to then be able to click the link to leave you a review on Google, on Facebook, whatever it might be, just depending on how you have that set up. After that, I'm going to go ahead and hit publish, hit save, and then I'm good to go. Again, I want to be clear, you can make this fancier and do a lot more with this, but again, watch my automations videos if you want to do that. But in this case, I just want to show you the example of the business model in general. All right, and that's it. Now we have different automations that we've set up for the business owner. So depending again, how they want to set it up, whether through a calendar and actually have their appointments go through there, or using the pipeline stages, it doesn't matter. The calendars are probably a little bit more automated for them. So that's typically how business owners like to do it. But if they already have a scheduling system, they don't want to mess with that and mess it up, you can do it through the pipeline stages as well. But hopefully this gives you ideas of different ways that you can present this and also the value behind the reviews and also some tidbits that they may not know about how to increase the organic ranking so you can stand out amongst the rest and get your first client.
All right, I hope you found that helpful today. Again, it's nothing groundbreaking, but when you're first getting started with GoHighLevel and trying to start an online business, I've said this before, I'll always say it again, the hardest part is just getting started. So sometimes sticking with a very simple business model that you can repeat very easily is a great way to land some of your first clients. And then like I said before, you can expand from there, you can delegate, you can hire out people to do different things, and then you can expand your offerings. If you want to dive deeper into how to land your first client, I've actually created a free course that shows you how you can build out your sales processes to consistently get meetings week over week. And if you're also looking to start your journey of making money online through GoHighLevel, I'll attach a link below where you can get a free trial to start the platform. People who sign up as my affiliates, I actually give them all my bonuses that come with my templates, my automations, my website build outs, and also my custom landing page and onboarding course that I've built out to help streamline the process of onboarding clients. If you found this video helpful, feel free to subscribe, leave a comment, leave a like, and I'm happy to answer any questions. And with that, we'll see you in the next video.